let's talk about income inequality. Right now, there's a big concern about there's a lot of income inequality, and based on what I know, I might be correct or wrong. Major empires, they had an issue when they saw there was a huge disparity between the upper class and the lower class. When the difference became too much, there was a lot of what do you call the social unrest, and that caused the whole empire to fall. And nowadays there is a thing saying, like, there's a huge wealth transfer that's happening. And forgive me if this question is too long. There's too many layers to this, but I see that they say we pay social securities for the baby boomers, we as in millennials, and tomorrow the Gen Z or Gen X should pay the social security for the millennials. But there are not enough Gen Zs that pay social security for the millennials. So there's going to be a huge income disparity, and this is going to cause a lot of unrest, and that's going to be an issue in US. So what is your thought on this income inequality, and do you think universal basic income is the only way to solve it?
So income inequality first is not good for the economy. And here is the reason. Imagine one rich person making toothbrushes and toothpastes, a billionaire. Everybody else is poor. So this is a very unequal society.
Correct.
How many toothbrushes or toothpastes would that rich person buy?
Mhm.
It's only one person, only one. And the other people cannot afford it.
Correct.
So then the rich person is not going to have enough income either because not enough people are buying it.
Buying.
But if you have a healthy middle class, if income is more evenly distributed, I'm not talking about complete equality, but less unequal than today, then you have a healthy middle class buying millions of toothbrushes and toothpastes, which also makes the rich people who own that company happier.
Got it.
So consumption increases when you have a healthier middle class. Because one person doesn't need that many toothbrushes, but a large middle class needs millions of them.
Correct. Correct.
Yes. That's one reason why we should have less inequality. Another one is more inequality you have, more crime you could have. And a feeling of injustice arises. So when you have more crime, that's also not great for the rich person who has to have gates and walls and security guards live in fear. So I believe that less inequality will help the rich too.
How do you solve when there's an issue like inequality, income inequality, when there's an issue going on as such? How do you solve it? Is universal basic income the only way to solve it?
No, it's not the only way to solve it. There are multiple ways. We have progressive income tax right now, but social security and Medicare tax that they take from our paycheck every month, that's taxed up to a certain income level. After that, if you make more income than that, the rest of your money above that level is not taxed. So the rich are paying a smaller percentage of their income than poorer people.
Got it.
That's first not fair. Second, Social Security could make more money and become more sustainable if everybody was taxed at the same percentage, no matter how much they make. So that would be more fair, and Social Security would be more sustainable.
Got it.
And universal basic income creates some problems with incentives. When you give money to everybody, even if they don't work, that could hurt incentive to work,
Correct.
which could in turn hurt our economy. However, if that basic income is not too high, maybe less than half of minimum wage, and it's only done for 6 months, not forever, I could support that so that we don't have as many homeless people, for example.
Got it. For me,